Welcome everybody to another World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and this one is from the user Retro Nimble. He's driving the KV-1 on a standard battle on the Arctic region. KV-1 is a tier 5 heavy tank for the Russians. He's got this one armed with the Derp gun as well, the 122mm high explosive, 450 damage, 61mm of penetration, and this thing, when it is top tier, can be hilarious, as you're about to see. So this one's a little bit slow to get started because heavy tank in this map. Finds an M3 Stuart. This is going to take a hell of a long time to aim. Decides to fire a little bit quickly there, as the M3 Stuart was taking damage, and he falls. As you can see, the reload on this Derp gun isn't too long. If you compare it to the KV-2's reload of about 20 seconds, this one is a hell of a lot shorter than that. Still a fairly long reload. As we see, the Covenanter just drowns himself there, giving the Allies even more of a chance in this game. Retro is one of the only people here. Finds a T-34 there. Gets a shot straight through his side. Looks like this guy is a little bit worse for wear. Not really sure he knows where he is. He's going to plant a shot straight through his side to take him out for kill number 1. Finds an Su-76M. He gets absolutely obliterated before Retro is able to reload and get that shot onto him. Still has 1 kill though. Now going to push on. So they did send a few tanks down here, the enemy, but it looks like they are just a little bit outclassed at the moment. BDR-G1 does have a fairly ridiculous gun if he has the top gun on that thing. Does over 300 points of alpha damage from off the top of my head. Somebody will obviously probably correct me in the comment section. So just going to wait this guy out. As although Retro does have a KV-1 and does have a Derp gun, that BDR also has a pretty powerful cannon. That one just misses, which is a little bit unfortunate. Takes a hit through the side for about 255 damage. Well, about 250. Finds a Churchill 1 to his right. Churchill 1 does come with a decent gun as well, which will be more than enough to penetrate the KV-1. This is devolving into a little bit of a stalemate now. This BDR just poking out long enough to have his shot and then getting himself well into cover. And the Type 95 drops, and the LT drops as well. Got the Churchill 1 behind him. He's done the full reverse march. Just going to play this one very, very patiently. Wait for the BDR and the Churchill to push forward. But it looks like that isn't happening. So Retro spins himself around. Going to maybe try and outmaneuver or fall back, which is definitely a valid tactic in these situations when there is a stalemate. Maybe try and approach it from a different direction. Looks like he's going to drop down to the lower road, which actually looks like what the BDR is doing as well. I think the BDR has probably spotted what Retro's doing, as he was flagged up there. The Sixth Sense did go off. So maybe the BDR might take back to the higher road. Game's completely even. It's 7 kills to 7 now. Got a large force of light tanks and a tank destroyer moving through the center of the map. I'm going to try and flank around some people. Panzer 4H in the north are very heavily outnumbered. Retro just keeping an eye on this BDR. If he can get around the side or the rear, and might be able to take him out with a single shot. The accuracy of this Derp gun isn't good at all. Gets a lovely shot, leaves him with just 25 hit points. Looks like he's going to push on forwards. Retro's almost reloaded. The Churchill 1 has pushed forward as well, both being very, very aggressive. But there is only an allied Churchill 1 to hold them off, so this could turn into more of a difficult fight than they were expecting. If that Churchill 1 falls, it's going to be Retro against 2 targets. Holds his fire for the BDR, as he is a one-shot. Best to get his gun out of the battle. That leaves the 2 Churchills to square off against each other, while Retro reloads, takes aim, tries to put a shot through the side of the turret there. It's 195 points of damage. Looks like the full contingent of tanks that went through the center now have been taken out. So it looks like they did absolutely no good whatsoever. which is a little bit unfortunate because 3 of them pushed through pretty well there. Can't quite get his gun depression to work for him. Might just have to take some damage in order to get some damage. And what a shot! That one just penetrated right through the side of the Churchill 1 there to obliterate him. But Retro is very aware of what's going on the mini-map. Does see an Elector as well. Was going to head back towards the base, but does see that Elector. Looks like the Elector is focusing on the Churchill 1. He's going to have plenty of time to fire, and fire he does. What a hit. He takes out the Elector. The Elector takes out the Churchill 1. Their last remaining artillery piece is running. Artillery shells do land, but nowhere near hitting. Now it's going to be up to Retro to try and defend the base. It's 5v2 right now. And this is going to be one hell of a battle. Has just under half health. Plenty of ammunition. Going to see if they've had time to move into the base. They have indeed had time. Here's the Cruiser 4. He's coming charging in. He's gun him just enough. That's a full HP hit. Takes him out for kill number 5. Sees the VK on the left just in time for his gun to reload. Can he take the shot? He can. What a hit! Gets 7 points of damage to take him out. Sorry, probably a bit more than 7, but take him out he did. And that is kill number 6. And the Cruiser getting super salty in the chat there. I'm going to have some news for you. Unfortunately, you can't report somebody for killing you. That is not how the game works. So you've got to be aware that the M41, the artillery, is closing in from behind. And there is a KV-1 that was in the north somewhere. He may have doubled back to defend the base. So you've got to find this artillery piece, this M2 medium and this KV-1. The M2 medium is not really going to be any concern whatsoever. Takes a hit from the M41. What a snapshot by him and Retro. Took out his track. Did a bit of damage. He's got 86 hit points left. And now we play the waiting game. So we're just going to speed this one up a little bit until we get back into the action. This one is a little bit slow and drawn out at this point when it's 2v2. Like I said, that M2 medium's not going to really pose a risk at all. I don't think he's going to be able to hurt the KV from any direction with any gun that he's got. So don't need to worry about him, apart from the fact that he can spot. And I'm really not sure where this other KV-1 is. I would have thought that he would have appeared in the base by now. And if he's not there, then he probably dropped back to defend his own base. So, got to be careful that he's not going to run headlong into a KV-1. We're not sure how much health that KV-1 has. Finds the M2 medium. Looks like he's on his side. He is on his side. So the M2 medium languishing on his side. Retro going to allow his gun plenty of time to close in. Gets the hit. Takes him out for kill number 8. But look at that. The KV-1 has gone all the way around the map. He's got 360 health as well. Takes his shot. We're not going to know if that one hit until he pops back up again. He had 360 health, and this is going to be a real battle. Retro only has 86 hit points. I didn't see what kind of gun the enemy KV-1 had. I'm sure we'll find out if Retro gets hit. He did get hit. Hit him for quite a hefty chunk of damage as well. Almost 200 health, 190, which through pretty much the front of a KV-1 is a hell of a hit. Enemy KV-1 playing pretty cagey now. Retro's gun almost fully aimed. Got to play this one carefully. Can't afford to take a hit from the enemy KV-1. The only way he could afford to take a hit is if he had the same gun as the T-34. That super quick firing, low damage gun. Gonna maybe try and put this one through his turret. Electing to hold fire. Doesn't want to give his position away. Even though he knows he's here, he doesn't know when he's in the bush. What a beautiful hit. Got him for 161 damage. Left him with 9 hit points left. KV-1 randomly fires. I don't think Retro's been spotted, actually. His Sixth Sense hasn't gone off. That's the hit. That's the final kill. And that is the victory. awesome game played there by Retro Nimble, picking himself up 9 kills, a whole bunch of damage, and really carrying his heavy team over the finishing line to victory. So awesome replay from you. Thank you very much for sending that one in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that into replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. I've been Maxwell. This has been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.